But there's a potential heat wave. We're going to explain. Storm Team 4 is timing this all out as to when we get a break. We're going to press Maria on that. Good morning, everybody. It's 4 a.m. on this Tuesday, June 8th. I'm Michael Gargiulo. Darlene Rodriguez has the morning off. Lauren Scala is here watching our roads and rails. And Storm Team 4's Maria LaRosa is here with a look at today's forecast. So I read that we're getting a break, but there's a heat wave.
Yes. It's all true, actually. The break is not today. The heat wave, potentially could be today. We hit 90 plus officially in Central Park yesterday. So that's 2 in a row. We just need 3 in a row. And boy, we're well on our way. Look at the current temperatures, 79 in the city, 80 in Newark. This is not the feels like temperatures. These are actual air temperatures. 72 in Poughkeepsie, 68 in Merrick and Islip, and that continues to be the place to see a little bit of a reprieve from the heat on the daily. But it's looking at these numbers, the dew point, that's what's making it feel so awful. Up near 60, 70 degree dew point temperatures. That's about as humid as it gets any time of year, certainly high for early June. We've got heat advisories in effect now. Northeastern New Jersey included in this. That's that heat and humidity combination at times pushing that heat index into the mid-90s. So take it easy again this afternoon. One thing we have working in our favor somewhat, a little bit more in the way of cloud cover compared to yesterday, but still hot and steamy. 84 at noontime. Firing up those showers and thunderstorms again for the afternoon and evening. Keep that in mind even through late evening. Grab the umbrella on your way out. All right, Lauren, what else is going on out there?
Not too much on the roads. They're pretty quiet, but of course there's construction out there. So we're going to head over to the Long Island Expressway. We're eastbound in Queens of that road work right by exit 19. So you can see a lane closed there as well as the shoulder. At the moment, it's not causing a delay, but I'll let you know if that changes. Then heading over to 287 northbound, some emergency construction out there. So 2 lanes are blocked between exits 55 and 57. Also something to keep in mind as you head out the door. Michael, back to you.
Okay, Lauren, thank you very much. New this morning, police say a baby girl allegedly taken by her father has been found safe. An Amber Alert was issued for 9-month-old Miangel Ganes. Okay, it is Tuesday morning. It is 79 degrees. Maria LaRosa is here looking at our weather around the boroughs there, Maria.
All right, I think we can handle the daytime heat. It's this morning heat where you don't get any relief at all. Stifling and stuffy. Around the boroughs into the 70s, 76 in Brooklyn, Queens in the mid-70s, Staten Island and the Bronx also in the mid and upper 70s. That's where we're at for Central Park now. And yes, there is a feels like temperature in the low 80s. We are still in the humidity. I think a little more cloud cover than we had yesterday. That's our saving grace, maybe a few degrees cooler, but already into the low and mid 80s by midday. By the afternoon, it's another round of showers and thunderstorms, but it's not the only day. In fact, a pretty wide range of territory covered with showers and thunderstorms the next couple of days. So I'm going to time that out for you, but if there is that benefit, that end in sight, we see that heat cut way, way down by the end of the week. Talking about that and what's left for us this weekend in the 10-day forecast.
Oh, that looks good, Maria. Thank you so much. Still ahead. Vaccinating children against COVID-19. Just how young some of the participants.
And then there's plenty of overnight track work. So that affects the 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 4, D, F, G, N, Q, and R. So I'd say more than half at this point. Those service changes will wrap up at 5 a.m. and we'll take a live look outside. If you're headed to the Holland Tunnel, construction will wrap up there at 5 a.m. But in the meantime, that inbound tube is closed. You are watching today.
We'll take a look at this unusual tornado that tore a path of destruction. This was north of Denver. Now, this is what they call a land spout. Started on the ground, and then it worked its way up skyward. Really packed a punch, killed some livestock. It ripped apart power lines. It set a home on fire. Warning sirens blared, and people scrambled to get to basements and to get to shelters. So, Maria, the land spout different, obviously, from a tornado because what, it goes up into the sky?
It's its origin, right? So the tornado is connected to the thunderstorm. The rotating thunderstorm causes the rotation and that connection to the ground. It's sort of the opposite process, but eventually it did connect with the cloud and the storm, and it kept it going as a tornado for a little bit longer. Yeah, dramatic scenes there. It's been pretty quiet in Colorado the last week or so storm-wise, but this is sort of the zone once again. Nothing going on right now, but you see some active weather. It's this sort of ring of fire. We're in the sort of soupy end of all of this, and just enough of the ingredients in place that we too will see some thunderstorms and nothing severe as far as the organized severe. You may get that quick burst of heavy rainfall, the lightning and thunder, and maybe even some small hail. So we do it all over again this afternoon, a lot like yesterday. Quiet for now. We do have some cloudiness and a lot of mugginess. 79 degrees at Central Park, 80 in Newark. We're into the 60s 60s in Eastport and Islip. There is just this low cloud deck just offshore, so we do have the possibility of some dense fog there this morning. So we'll keep a close eye on that. Otherwise, watching the formation once again, sort of that typical afternoon flare-up of showers and thunderstorms, perhaps as early as midday, so you don't want to be without the umbrella. If you were out yesterday, you know those showers and thunderstorms that popped up put down a lot of heavy rain pretty quickly, and then that constant rumbling too. Just a friendly reminder, it's another hot and humid day if you're going to be out at the lake or the pool. Thunder roars, head indoors. If you can hear the thunder, you're close enough to be struck. And then we see the threat for some showers and thunderstorms really linger into the late evening, and then things quiet down. But again, we sort of rinse and repeat again tomorrow. We certainly have a rinse and repeat of the heat and humidity. Looking at the heat index forecast, kind of base your plans on this. It'll feel back into the low 90s, even if we don't technically get up to 90 degrees in Central Park. We're aiming for 88 this afternoon. Once again, some of the cooler spots seeking refuge at the coast, including Long Island, 72 in Fire Island. Watch that storm threat, and there is that moderate risk of rip currents again today, so make sure you're swimming at guard traffic. Hey, Lauren.
Hey, Maria. Good morning, everyone. If you are headed out right now, it's construction that will potentially get in your way. So this is 495 in New Jersey. So right after you come off the Turnpike and Route 3, this is heading towards the Lincoln Tunnel. They are putting up overhead signs overnight. So you have 2 of 3 lanes blocked until 6 a.m. Right now, you can see it is not causing an issue, but as more and more people get out there, you can expect delays, so plan ahead. Heading over to not too far from there, Tunnelly Avenue, you have road work out there between County Road and Secaucus Road, subject to intermittent closures, full closures out there in both directions. You can see a little bit of a southbound delay on the maps. Then over on 287 northbound, some emergency road work blocks 2 lanes out between exits 55 and 57. Heading over to Queens on the LIE, you can see the cones here on the eastbound side of the roadway there heading into exit 19. You have a few lanes blocked, and alternate side of the street parking rules and meter rules, they're both in effect. Michael, back to you.
Okay, Lauren, thank you very much. President Biden getting ready to take his first.
Save 15% on all our fine jewelry and an additional 10% on loose diamonds. Don't miss these deals. Buy Factory Direct and Save. The Jewelry Exchange Hackensack.
A live look there at the Queensboro Bridge, the Koch Bridge. 4:25 right now on this Tuesday morning. We'll check in with Lauren and Maria. Lauren, did I get that right?
You did.
I did.
Very good.
The bridge is now like 5 names.
Like,
it's the 59th Street Bridge. It's
yes.
the Queensboro Bridge. It's the Ed Koch Bridge.
Yes, all correct.
All correct. And
depending
the
on who you ask, right?
Wow. As Lauren likes to say, only move your car if it's the last day on the sign.
Because people get upset with me if I don't say that. Yeah. Because you don't know.
It's easy to remember that.
It's a very confusing direction, though.
And
that's another subject.
And I just see some blurry lights. Like, I need help.
No.
But we have a sort of a natural filter as well. A lot of steaminess out the umbrella today. We've got the scattered showers and thunderstorms for the afternoon. But if you want to escape the heat, head to south-facing beaches. You can see Long Island areas stay in the low 70s.
Okay. I will face south now and ask Lauren what's going on.
We'll wrap up at 5 a.m., but in the meantime, at least half the subway lines are affected.
Okay, Lauren, thank you so much. Big news for your health now. The FDA approving the new LaRosa, looking at our weather and looking at our 60s and 70s already. The 60s are really outnumbered by the 70s, it looks like.
I know. And we have 60s and 70s dew points, too. It's just still really humid. 78 degrees. You can see with the radar and satellite. Nothing on the radar. The satellite showing some cloudiness. We're headed back up into the upper 80s, near 90 degrees. It'll certainly feel like the low 90s in most places except Long Island and right along the Jersey Shore, where we're also seeing sort of this low-level haze. Just keep in mind we do have a dense fog advisory for offshore locations here for Long Island through this morning if you are taking the boat out. But you know, by the afternoon, showers and thunderstorms in the forecast too, bubbling up, and it's not the last day this week. Actually, through the end of the week. I'll time it out for you coming up in that 10-day forecast.
Maria, thank you so much. Still to come, Connecticut one step closer to legalizing the recreational use of marijuana. The big move that happens foreign policy.
First Avenue to Roosevelt Avenue. You also still have delays out there on northbound N and Q trains. Outside of this, the rails look good. If you're getting on the roads, there are delays getting into New Jersey 495. So heading to the Lincoln Tunnel there from the Turnpike and Route 3, several lanes are blocked. So expect some delays. And we'll take a live look outside at the Verrazano Bridge, where you still have some construction out there, but things are moving along pretty nicely in both directions. You are watching Today in New York.
$15.50 an hour. Now, there's not many Krogers here in the tri-state, but there are some, though. And then Amazon launching its new sidewalk feature today. This enables select Amazon products like Echoes, Ring doorbells to share a small portion of your Wi-Fi with your neighbors. What? And vice versa. Amazon says this will extend the range of those devices, but then obviously it's raising some security concerns. Amazon Sidewalk will automatically be activated on any compatible device. To turn it off, you have to opt out. I feel like you should opt in, not opt out.
Exactly.
Right? I have the Ring that goes off like 24/7 every squirrel that comes to the door. So I'm like,
do you watch?
Who's there? Yeah. I'm like, oh, it's a squirrel. Squirrel with the package.
Come on in.
With the package.
What's
Here's your walnut.
What's good? Right. Sign for this walnut.
Yeah, exactly.
What's going on, Maria?
All right, in the 70s for Eastern Suffolk County.
Okay. Oh, look, Lauren's on the Ring.
Oh, nice.
She must be at the front door.
I'm there too.
Hey,
Here
Lauren.
at the same time.
What's
I have magical
happening?
powers. We have some delays out there on the subways. There are delays on southbound EM and R.
Yeah. When you can expect more storms, though. Good morning, everybody. 5:30 a.m. on this Tuesday. It's June 8th. I'm Michael Gargiulo. Darlene Rodriguez has the morning off. Lauren Scala is here tracking our roads and rails. And Storm Team 4's Maria LaRosa is here with a look at today's forecast. So it's a sequel, right?
I love that. The origin story is crazy. We get that later this summer. Pretty cool. My goodness. All right, yeah, but we're off to a hot and humid start, or warm and humid start. If you're about ready to grab that cup of coffee, have some breakfast like the cows out there in Otisville right now. You can see while the skies are brightening, we do have still a little bit of that haze. 72 in Sussex right now. We're 69 degrees in White Plains, 78 in the city, 68 in Islip, and 74 in Belmar. No surprise, we still have the heat advisory conditions in place. Enough again today for northeast New Jersey, where at times that heat index may be more like the low to mid 90s. So we're looking at a storm possible as early as noon. Warm temperatures again, mid 80s by then. Scattered thunderstorms for the late afternoon and evening, and an isolated thunderstorm possible still by 10 o'clock, but still warm and humid, mid and upper 70s. All right, Lauren, what's going on out there?
Not too much, which is fantastic for you. If you're headed out the door right now, there are some delays on the Bruckner heading westbound into the Sheridan Expressway. There's some emergency construction that's not causing a delay on 287 northbound. 2 lanes are blocked from exits 55 to 57, so heads up about that. And then if you're headed to the Lincoln Tunnel, a few moments ago this was a little backed up, but everything eased out. You're in for a nice ride at your Hudson River crossings. Michael, back to you.
Warren, thank you very much. Happening now, an ongoing investigation in Brooklyn after retirement.
Daily chances for showers and thunderstorms. We do it all again today, a lot like yesterday, where you have the prime time heating of the day, get those showers and thunderstorms to bubble up. Some may have some heavy rain. It continues late afternoon and evening, scattered across the area before things wind down again tonight and then fire back up tomorrow. And we'll end up with a decent amount of rain across the area, maybe not as much for Long Island, as I think you'll miss out on some of the storms here the next few days, but that's a good thing. I know there are some water restrictions across towns in our area, but this is the real benefit here. We'll wipe away that humidity back to the end of the week and into the weekend. And the temperatures
on 95 express lanes, the southbound ones, before exit 70, you have a stall there. You could see causing delays at the moment. So stick with the local lanes if you're able to, getting off the George Washington Bridge heading into New Jersey. Then over on the Turnpike southbound, just before the Goethals Bridge and the outer roadway there by exit 13, you have an accident causing very minor delays. And then over on Tunnelly Avenue, still construction out there between County Road and Secaucus Road with possible intermittent closures. It's been looking pretty good so far this morning, so hopefully things will continue to look nice out there. Heading over to the Lincoln Tunnel, plenty of construction out there this morning. Most of it wrapped up on 495 eastbound getting into the area. You could see things moving along nicely around the helix, but it looks like the local streets may be closed getting into the toll plaza here. So I'll take a closer look at that and keep you posted. Outside of that, the Hudsons look good, and alternate side of the street parking rules and meter rules, they are both in effect. Michael, back to you.
Lauren, thank you very much. A Good Samaritan bus driver attacked on his lunch break has been denied workers' compensation. Matter of days, but we will tell you what needs to happen first. Good morning, everybody. 6 a.m. right now on this Tuesday, June 8th. I'm Michael Gargiulo. Darlene Rodriguez has the morning off. Lauren Scala is here watching our roads and rails, and Storm Team 4's Maria LaRosa is here with a look at today's forecast. But there it is, right there.
There it is. There it is. That orange.
I found it for you.
Heat lamp is on. You got it, exactly.
The orange heat lamp.
That's what it feels like out there. That sun is up, it's shining, and it's reflecting off the harbor line already, and that humidity is way up. 72 in Poughkeepsie, still in the 60s from Montauk, Eastport.
60s from Montauk, Eastport, Islip, and Merrick. But everybody's seeing those dew points in the 60s and 70s. You don't get to see a dew point near 70 too often, but when it does, you feel it. It's that air you can wear. 86 by noontime, feeling like the low 90s. More likely for the afternoon and early evening, very similar to yesterday, so watch for the heavy rain with any of those. And then a few storms possible by evening, otherwise just mild and muggy, staying in the mid-70s. All right, Lauren, how are things moving along?
Air you can wear.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound too cute.
No.
If you're headed out right now, there are some issues on the roads. Some of them are construction related, some aren't. So on 95 southbound in the express lanes before exit 70, there is a stall there. So delays are pushing back towards the GW Bridge. Not there yet, but stick with the local lanes if you're headed that way. Then over on 78 eastbound in the express lanes, you have construction that takes out the left lane heading into exit 55. Some slow going through there. And then finally over on the Cross Bronx Expressway on 95 northbound, so heading eastbound here, the ramp is closed to Castle Hill Avenue. There's an overturned vehicle right here, so that is causing delays on the main roadway. Even though it closes the ramp, those delays start at the Sheridan Expressway. Michael, back to you.
Lauren, thank you very much. Now to the shooting death of a retired NYPD officer, illustrating what we're dealing with already, Maria.
Right, it just looks steamy out there. You've got that filtered sun right now, the view from Point Pleasant Beach. Looking ahead, obviously it is going to be warm and muggy. It's the case now, and then 86 degrees at noontime, feeling more like the low 90s. Watch for those showers and thunderstorms to develop once again today during the afternoon and evening, on our way up close to 90 in most spots. It feels like this close to 90 today and tomorrow before we start to see some relief. The storms, that threat today and tomorrow, and actually through the end of the week. So I'm going to time that out for you. And yes, that relief, not just with the temperatures, but also that humidity and what that means for us for this weekend. A look ahead in the 10-day.
Maria, thank you so much. Still ahead.
If you're getting on the subway, service is suspended southbound on the F train. So no service from Kings Highway to Coney Island. That just came in a moment ago. Outside of this, the subways look good. In fact, all of your major commuter rail lines are on or close to schedule. There were some anticipated delays on the Long Beach branch, no longer out there. So every one is in good shape. We'll take a live look outside at the roads, where on the Cross Bronx Express.
We do want to check in. Storm 4's Maria LaRosa looking at our weather and looking at the heat there, but kind of nice watery place to be.
You know, I think it's one of those places too where you can have some refuge from the heat.
Nice.
Sag Harbor right now looking great. You have the sun up, the water is calm. There are places though for Suffolk County, eastern end of Long Island, where we're keeping an eye on any dense fog. Right now the advisory is just for the waters offshore here, about out to 20 nautical miles, but we're watching for maybe less than 1 nautical mile visibility here, as some low clouds are just lingering offshore. So if you're about ready to take the boat out, that's an issue. Otherwise, it's pretty quiet, just mild and muggy. 79 right now in the city, 68 in White Plains, into the 60s from Montauk to Merrick, 73 right now in Belmar. The radar is quiet. We'll see showers and storms fire up again, but yes, the heat is still on. White Plains at 86, 89 in Newark this afternoon.
Great. You can still see lots of green on the maps. Certain spots are starting to slow down. The trouble spot at the moment, and it's about to clear, is coming off the Cross Bronx Expressway. So an accident involving an overturned vehicle on 95 northbound, or the eastbound Cross Bronx, trying to get to Castle Hill Avenue. That's where that closure is. So the ramp is closed, and there are some delays getting into the area, but you saw that car on that flatbed, so that should get cleared out soon. We'll take a live look outside at Better. A little slow getting into the tube there on 78 eastbound in the express lanes. Construction is slowing things down out by exit 56. Move your car if Tuesday is the last day listed on the sign. Alternate side is in effect. Michael, back to you.
Okay, Lauren, thanks very much. Well, maybe they should have asked for social media. I mean, the thing with that is it's still virtual, but I think the advantage there is, right, you get to do all that. I don't know, physically you could make it to the 8 different museums.
And you don't have to melt.
You don't have to melt.
Right.
You don't have kids saying, when can we go? Can we go?
So that'd be cool to be on the Empire State Building on the 13th.
I know. Sunrise, love it. We're getting that steamy sunrise right now, as you mentioned, up and over the horizon already. Steamy view looking into NASA.
Absolutely. Right, Lauren?
Yeah. Well, we had a suspension, not have. We had a suspension on the F train. Service is no longer suspended. You have delays.
You got it right, past tense. All right, still to come. Another change to the mask guidance for kids across New York. What's being recommended now? Plus this. Report released just a short time ago. Plus, it is primary day in New Jersey. What's being done to prevent any potential troubles at the polls? We do want to say good morning, everybody. 6:30 a.m. On this Tuesday, June 8th, I'm Michael Gargiulo. Darlene Rodriguez has the morning off. Lauren Scala is here tracking our commuter alerts, and Storm Team 4's Maria LaRosa is here with today's forecast. If we can, with the sun beaming in on us.
I know, it's that orangey yellow haze kind of thing. You feel it out there right now. Let's take you to a different vantage point. This from Midtown, 68 in White Plains, the same in Islip, still in the 60s from Montauk and Eastport, Newark at 77, but the dew points are up near 70 from the city. Newark, mid and upper 60s everywhere else. That's the number. We still have all of that stifling humidity in place, and that's going to fuel more showers and thunderstorms during the heating of the day. And it's going to get hot, 86 at noontime, 82 by 5 p.m. Expect those scattered showers and thunderstorms, some heavy rain with those as well, a lot like yesterday. And then just a chance of an isolated storm through late evening, 77 degrees though still by 10 o'clock. All right, let's see how things are rolling along on this Tuesday. Good morning, Lauren.
Good morning, Maria. Things are rolling along. So heading over to 78 eastbound in the express lanes, there's some emergency pothole repairs out there. So heading into exit 56, delays are pretty heavy. The left lane is out, so that means just one lane gets by. Stick with the local lanes. Then heading over to 280 eastbound, there's an accident at exit 15. So you can see Grand Central Parkway westbound out by Francis Lewis Boulevard. You have an accident there. Delays go back past the Cross Island. Michael, back to you.
Well, Lauren, thank you very much. Now to breaking news. There's been a fatal shooting in Brooklyn, and Kai Simonson's over the scene right now in Chopper 4. Kai.
Well, Michael, good morning to you. The call came
with another day in near 90 degrees. That's where most of us will be today. And on top of that, showers and thunderstorms possible as early as noon, more likely for the afternoon and evening, a lot like yesterday. Feels like temperatures into the 90s across most spots, too. And it's not just today. We get another day tomorrow, tracking showers and thunderstorms today, but another round tomorrow, and actually even into the end of the week. And speaking of, that's when we'll get some real relief, not just the temperatures, but that humidity starts to come down. I'll take a look at that in the 10-day forecast.
Maria, thank you so much. Still ahead. And then cars being swallowed as the cameras roll. Story behind this massive sinkhole. That's a traffic issue, Lauren.
You think? None here today. If you were headed out right now, there are delays on southbound B and D trains, and then you have delays in both directions on the F. If you're getting on the roads, there's a stall northbound on the Van Wyck Expressway out by Hillside Avenue, and delays go back to the Belt Parkway. We'll take a live look at the Holland Tunnel or the approaches in Jersey City. It's a go. There are delays out there on the D, F, and E lines, and if you're getting on the roads, there's 2 lanes blocked on the Merritt Parkway southbound approaching Route 8, exit 52. Delays are pretty heavy, and then you have 95 that's taken out a lot of that alternate volume heading southbound through the area. So through Bridgeport into Fairfield, pretty backed up. Then heading over to the Cross Island northbound, you have a crash by Belmont Racetrack, and there was a disabled vehicle on the Van Wyck Expressway that cleared by Hillside Avenue, but residual delays are still very heavy. Michael, back to you.
Okay, Warren, we'll be right back with Maria LaRosa's forecast.
It's the most consequential election in a
Buildings inspectors say there is severe structural damage.
Right, and there's a lot of traffic on that street, so heads up. There are delays out there
on the 1 p.m. right now, and then you have an accident on 80 eastbound just after exit 35 on Hope. You can see Michael
right through there and into Rockaway. Then over on the FDR Drive northbound by 53rd Street, there's an accident there that takes out 2 lanes.
Southbound before exit 135, you have a vehicle fire that takes out 2 lanes. Then on the FDR Drive, you have 2 accidents. The first one northbound at Houston Street, you can see delays are heavy there.
Meadowbrook is backed up because of that. And finally, there's a crash northbound on the Saginaw Parkway, approaching the northern state. Also, some delays in both directions. Michael, back to you.
Thank you very much.